Well, Mr. Ololo, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'd like to ask you, Bayelsa is known to be one of the high-risk flood areas in the country. Every year, communities get flooded, homes are lost, and lives are disrupted. Critics say the Diri administration hasn't invested enough in preventing and managing these disasters. Can you confidently say that the government is doing enough this time around? And what new strategies and investments have been made to protect lives and properties?
Okay, first and foremost, thank you for having me here, and good morning to Nigerians.
Good morning.
Bayelsa happens to be one of the states where the predictions mentioned that we are going to be having flooding, and excessive flooding for that. So we're aware of the NIMET's prediction, that's the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, regarding the 2025 SCP, that's seasonal climate predictions. And we as a state, we do not joke with data, first and foremost. It was based on the data we're able to gather that we're able to achieve the much we achieved for last year's flood. Bayelsa happens to be one of the flood-prone states in Nigeria. I think that is basically because of our topography and also our geographical locations. Now, we are at the bottom of the basin. It's like you have a basin, where a case study, you have a basin now, and something flows from the top of the basin to the bottom of the basin. And that is where we are located in the Nigerian geographical location. And when you have a situation like that, it only behoves on, of course, the flood, which is a natural disaster, to flow through states from the middle belt down to the south. And when it comes to the south, it happens to flow through Bayelsa State. Bayelsa State happens to be one of the states it flows through. It does not just flow through the states, maybe some few local governments in the state, but it also flows through the state capital, that is to say, Yenagoa per se. I want to take us back to what we were able to achieve last year before I come to what we intend to achieve this year. Last year was one of the years where a huge flood was predicted by also NIMET. And we did not just listen to the predictions, but went into actions that have not been done before. That's what we did. Of course, from records, it shows that in 1969, there was this huge flood too that passed through Bayelsa State, then River State. And after then, we gathered our data. There was a flood in 2012, which was very massive. There was a flood in 2018, which was also massive, but not as much as that of 2012. After then, we had another small flood in 2019, and there was this one in 2022, which was massive. The last one was the one of last year. But what did we do to achieve what we achieved for last year? We gathered data. We ensured that the mistakes that were made in the past were not made. And what we did was to open up our canals and to create awareness, which was the first thing we did. We did create awareness. We did a lot of sensitization, both in our local dialects and in Pidgin English and also in English. We did not stop by going to the radios or going to the TV stations. We also went to the nooks and crannies of most of the communities, sent our people from our various ministries. There was a good work done by the Flood and Erosion Directorate in collaboration with the Ministry of Environment. And I would say that it was the handiwork of collaboration that gave rise to the success we got regarding what we did pertaining the flood. And I would say unequivocally, and you can even ask from Bayelsas on the street, that what was the case of Bayelsa regarding the flood? The flood that would have been a massive flood did not affect too many lives. Yes, it came. We were prepared. We opened up canals. We went on jingles. We made sure the drainages were opened up. Because when water comes, when flood comes, due to maybe heavy rain or maybe opening of the dam, the Lagdo Dam and all that, it will basically look for where to find its way and pass.
So, Mr. Ololo, what's being done now? What's being done now to prevent the one that is coming for this year?
Okay, I was just taking us through what we did last year to tell you what we are doing, and what we intend doing moving forward. Now, there was a success for last year. And this year, we have doubled our efforts. We opened up 54 canals and tributaries last year. And those 54 canals and tributaries were what led to the fact that we hadn't flood for last year in Bayelsa as much as we would have had. This year, we have pinned down a lot of additional tributaries to be opened up, canals and channels to be opened up too. Of course, some of these floods that are internal are based on human activities too, which you are also aware. Issue of, dumping refuse on drainages and all that, we have cautioned against it. And we have prosecuted some people too. And we intend to prosecute more because some of these activities are what gives rise to internal blockages in the capital
Honorable
city.
Commissioner, let me pick you on this particular one. You said human-made activities, dumping refuse. One of this major problem is the non-degradable particles that are dumped. People say it is within the capacity of the various states, not just Bayelsa, the various state governments, to stop the use of non-degradable elements like nylons and all that. If you go across our streets, you talked about the canals you open up. Now, if you go back to those canals, you realize that these non-degradable have blocked the various canals. What you desilted probably 2 months ago might also be blocked now. So when the rain comes, the activity you carried out maybe 2 months ago, 4 months ago, will be ineffective. So what we are saying also is, are the states up to date? Is Bayelsa up to date? You've opened up the canal last year. But how about the activities of dumping these things? Why don't you have the capacity to stop the use of these elements in our various markets?
Thank you very much for that question. I think this question you asked is not just particular to Bayelsa State alone. Exactly. It's something that is all around our country. Of course, we have created awareness to all the fast foods too on the need to shun usage of polythenes in terms of their marketing and also introduce what is environmental friendly. We have discussed that. And likewise, we are also discussed with residents of Bayelsa State on the need not to trash these polythenes indiscriminately. We keep doing that. We cannot be everywhere at every time. And I tell you, the environment in Bayelsa State is cleaner than what it used to be. It is not a one-stop thing. It's a continuous thing. And we'll keep on doing that. We'll keep on creating the awareness. We'll keep on ensuring that the environment is cleaner and greener. We'll keep on ensuring that our drainages are open so that there will be natural flow of water.
All right. Mr.